Gotta get my excuse me, gotta get my radio voice going. Welcome to another Basement Radio Arcade podcast, BRAP Rant, on this Sunday at 11:06 a.m. Thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out with us. Yeah, sorry about the late notice. I just been busy with doing stuff around the house. Actually, have a little bit of a pool problem, which I'll talk about here in a little bit. So let's officially kick this rant off right now. We're not? All right. I can't. Okay. I don't know what's going on. For some reason, can't kick off this rant. All right. So something's going on with StreamYard here. Let's see if I can do the intro now. All right, sorry about that. I was having some technical difficulties. I don't know what's happening. Good old StreamYard decided to act up. But anyhow, welcome back. What's up, everyone in the live chat? Thank you for coming by, hanging out with me again. Sorry about the last minute notice here, but yeah, just been busy, to be honest with you. I meant to get the tweet out, the link out earlier, and just didn't have the chance to. So if you wouldn't mind doing me a favor, I'm going to drop the link in the live chat right now. Boom. There you go. Please go out and retweet the link. Appreciate it. So got a lot to talk about this morning. What is going on? BitCloud Gaming. I see Gaming with Persona, Ice Queen Gaming, Danny JLB, Jeff B Gaming, Christopher Hart, Ice Queen Gaming. I think I said Ice Queen Gaming already, but if I didn't, everyone in the live chat, thank you again. Really appreciate it. So, yeah, so I've been dealing with pool issues the last weekend. All summer, my pool's been great. I have it's an above ground pool. It's about 22 feet wide, 22 feet long, 12 feet wide. And for the most part, water's been crystal clear. It's first year that I've actually had to figure out how to take care of a pool. And there's a lot of chemistry, if you will, that's involved in it, believe it or not. You got to make sure the pH levels are right, the chlorine's right, the alkanine's right. They're not getting any calcification in the water, that the sand filter's working correctly, the pump's working correctly, all that kind of stuff. So I missed one key thing, though, that messed up my pool. And that was I forgot to add an ounce of algae preventer a week. Because I figured with pool shock, because pool shock will kill bacteria and algae and all that other stuff. I figured, okay, I'm adding pool shock. I'm good. Nope. It caught up to me. And I also have a koi pond in my backyard. I have the koi fish I have are pretty big. Some of those jokers are really big. But anyhow, my pool kind of looks like my koi pond right now at the moment. So I've been dealing with that, and he was working on it this morning and had to basically dump. I had what they call I had a triple shock. So it took 3 shock packages, which is like pure chlorine, triple shock the pool, and then put like 8 ounces of algae killer in the pool. It's still green. I have my automatic vacuum, which is kind of driving. It's pretty cool. It drives around the bottom of the pool and cleans shit up. So I don't know. I might have to triple shock again. We'll see. But yeah, that's what Brass has been dealing with right now this morning. So yeah, just if you own a pool, remember, add algae preventer. It works. So anyhow, so yeah, we're going to talk about a major concern regarding new PS5s running hot. The new PS5 version is out. Austin Evans did a video, a teardown video of the new PlayStation 5. It is lighter than the current PlayStation 5 model that's out, in part because the heatsink is smaller. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. And then we're going to talk about big Kojima sequel coming, and also want to talk a little bit about Halo Infinite real quick, because we talked about this on BRAP this week and a little bit more on Crossfire. Look, it's the talk of the town because it's Halo. Halo is yeah, I mean, I got a couple DMs of people were telling me, "Oh, BRAP, you're a pony. You just hating on Xbox." And I think I need to take people back, if you will, take them back. 20 years. We're gonna go back. We're gonna take a trip down memory lane here with your buddy BRAP. Take a trip down memory lane. 20 years ago, I'm 24 years old. 20 years ago, I never forget. I went I never forget. I was at a, if you guys remember TGI, I'm sure, well, I don't assume, but I was at a TGI Fridays. And I was like 20, I don't know, maybe 23 at the time or something. Whenever Microsoft officially announced the Xbox, I'll never forget, we were at a bar and you're just having drinks, having a good time. Because that's what BRAP does. BRAP likes to have a good time. We're having drinks, hanging out, my buddies. And I'll never forget, my buddy Lamont came in. And he's like, yo, Microsoft just announced a new gaming console. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. He's like, yo, it's the Xbox. He's like, that joy's gonna be like crazy. Like he was just excited, right? Because it was Microsoft. And this is like shortly after, the Dreamcast and that console going away. And the Dreamcast was a great console, ahead of its time, one of the best console launches ever. But it just didn't work out, unfortunately. So, yeah. So I remember seeing Halo for the first time, and there's a reason why I'm telling this story, by the way, because I got a lot of, my DMs are open, so people just DM me crazy shit. So I got Halo. I mean, I got Xbox because of Halo. More, just that's it, because of Halo. I remember seeing Halo and being blown away. Up until that point, I was playing first-person shooters primarily on PC. Those were like, that was like the best. That was like the best place to play first-person shooters. Unreal Tournament, Quake, stuff like that. Counter-Strike, I might add. Counter-Strike was just huge back then. So yeah, picked up the original Xbox, loaded up Halo. First time I played Halo, by the way, was couch co-op with one of my best friends. We sat down on the couch. First time I completed Halo was co-op, believe it or not, split screen co-op. And that was just incredible experience. Like my buddy and I were like blown away. All right. And then Halo was like, getting 10s from all the review sites. And look, people like to downplay reviews and Metacritic. And look, those things do matter. If you don't think they matter, developers will get bonuses based on Metacritic scores. So think about that for a second. Optics, perception of quality, those things do matter. They apply to other products. Same thing that applies to video games. I always say if you get a general consensus amongst reviewers, in my opinion, if these individuals have a different taste per se, if you can get a general consensus amongst people who have different taste in gaming, that a game is enjoyable, provides a great experience, and they're signing like an 8 or a 9 or a 10, that's not something to kind of be dismissive of per se. I see people say that a lot. Well, review scores aren't going to decide what game I buy. Great, that's great. You may like that, but I'm willing to bet some of those same people have been burned by not reading review scores and picking up a game for the sake of not listening to review scores and then getting burned. I'm sure that's happened. It's happened to me. I can tell you that. Like, when I used to cap for Xbox and I was in a console warrior, that stuff used to happen to me where I picked up a game called Reckless because it was at the time because Grand Theft Auto was not on the original Xbox initially. It took some time and then eventually came as like a bundle, Grand Theft Auto 3 and then Vice City as a bundle. But and by the way, guys, if you have any questions for BRAP, feel free to drop super chats. I can answer your super chats as well. If you have any direct questions for me, and please hit that like button if you haven't done so already. But the other thing, so review scores, look, they do matter to an extent. Like they do, for the reasons I just mentioned. But anyhow, so yeah, I picked up Halo, and Halo. I mean, from that time on, Halo was just great. Halo was phenomenal. I mean, like Halo historically always not even a cut, like game of the year contender, just automatic. Now fast forward 20 years, BRAP's a little bit older now, got some gray hairs, got 4 kids, 9 chickens, 3 rabbits in a pool that has algae in it. And Halo's kind of in a different conversation now. And I think it's fair. Now, obviously, look, I mean, I voiced my concern out of love. You know, like when you love a sports team, when you love a sports team, you know what I mean? Like, I think I heard Gaming with Persona say this. Like, if the Lakers picked up Dwight Howard again or something, you'd be like, nah, why are we even picking up Dwight Howard? But I attribute to sports. Like, I'm a Washington football team fan. I don't even know why I am at this point because they're terrible. And I mean, we got a pretty nice D line, and that's about it. And Ron Rivera's a great coach, but I've been down this road with the Washington football team, so I'm not exactly. Yeah. So, but it's like it's like your sports team, something you care about. When it's not doing well, yeah, it's like, you just want it to do well. And so that's where that criticism comes from. That's where that concern comes from. And again, the reason why I'm talking about is because of some of the weird DMs I've been getting and some of the things that I've seen from people saying, why are you being critical of this game? Wait till it releases. Yeah, that's great. But I don't think there's anything wrong when it comes to quality, wanting to have quality, and like I see people say, oh, it's, Halo, Halo Infinite's in an unfair position. Damned if they do, damned if they don't, because it's Halo Infinite. It's got a big target on its back. Well, yeah, it's got a target on its back. It's an iconic franchise. Like, no shit. It's an iconic franchise. It's one of the biggest franchises in the history of gaming. Think about that. Biggest franchise, one of the biggest franchises in the history of gaming. Think about that. And a franchise, I might add, that's had a very high level of success and quality associated with it. So yeah, of course. I mean, when people see stuff like this, oh no, wait a minute. What's going on? Why is this happening? Wait a minute. I mean, think about this, right? It's like sports. Football. Tom Brady, New England Patriots, every year they're going to the Super Bowl. The years they didn't make it. Wait a minute, what's going on? They didn't make the Super Bowl. They didn't win the Super Bowl. What's going on? Is Tom Brady over the hill? What's going on? Does Bill Belichick need to go? Did he address the D issues? Why? What's going on? I mean, because there's that expectation. It's the same thing. It applies to, I think, products too, consumer products that have a high level of quality. Imagine Mercedes-Benz released cars and they started blowing up. Not like the engine started blowing up, right? Or they were having issues. Wait a minute, what's going on, Mercedes? What's going on? Why is Mercedes having issues? So I think that's where some of this comes from, with concern. I think a lot of people, though, I think there's many people out there that do want to see this game do well and that have been critical, but have been critical because they're concerned and they want to see this game do well. So, I mean, yeah, look, that's where I'm coming from. I want this game to do well. I want this game to have a high level of quality. And I wish that Microsoft would have not developed this game for the Xbox One console. Sorry, you know what? Leave them behind. Leave them behind. And and same thing with like PlayStation. Like, leave them behind. I'm not a big fan of cross-gen, if you can't tell. I can't really. I mean, I think we had some cross-gen last generation, but I just feel like, I know maybe some of it's pandemic related and not being able to get enough consoles in the hands of people. I get that, but I mean, I don't know. I grew up at a different time. You had a Nintendo. The Super Nintendo came out. You can play those games on Nintendo. Yeah, that's just simple as that. I'm just over the cross-gen stuff. I want games specifically designed for these next-gen consoles that really take advantage of these consoles. Part of the development problems with Halo Infinite has to do with the fact, especially the co-op campaign aspect, Has to do with the fact of that they're having to account for weaker hardware. Game design. Remember we had that conversation a couple months ago about game design? You guys remember that? Well, there you go. Anyhow, I kind of want to do a PSA real quick as well. Everyone, please take care of yourselves. It is what am I well, just take care of yourselves. You were still in the midst of a pandemic. I'm friends with individuals who've just recently lost loved ones to COVID-19. And yeah, just be careful, And look, I again, I'm not trying to turn this into a COVID-19 fireside chat or get into anything political per se, but um science, health should never be politicized. I just said I wasn't going to get political, but I just kind of made a political comment. But those things shouldn't be politicized. I understand the concerns of medicine, things like that, especially when you're not a doctor per se, or you're not somebody who understands the scientific method and how vaccine trials are administered, how data is looked at. I've learned. Let me tell you, if it wasn't for the fact that I know people that are PhDs, that are virologists, that are epidemiologists, that understand how these things work. Yeah, I wouldn't be in the position that I'm in. And I thank those people I feel lucky that I have those people to reach out to. But just be careful, be safe is all I'm saying. Especially as kids start going back to school. My kids just went back to school. There are mask mandates in place, thankfully, at the school that I go to, but other parts of the country, it's not the case. So just be careful and just be safe is what I'm getting at here. So on that note, look, December 8th, we'll find out what happens with Halo Infinite. And by the way, speaking of greatness, Ghost of Tsushima, Iki Island is wow. Great game. I think, when that game came out, it came out the same year as The Last of Us Part 2. And to me, The Last of Us Part 2 was, at the time, I thought it was PlayStation's best game. But now going back and playing Iki Island, and please let me know what you guys think in the chat. I actually think that Iki Island, Ghost of Tsushima might be the best game released that last year. Like seriously, like that good. Like I love this game. It's so good. So good. The combat, the stealth elements. I mean, I love it. Love it. And I just got the armor. So it's cool. There's a God of War Easter egg in there, and I just got the Easter egg armor for God of War in this game. And like I think it's really cool that Sony Studios do that. Like there's that, kind of, I guess, level of synergy, or that there's a nod to the other studios that are under Sony first party. In this case, Sony Santa Monica with God of War. But I love it. I can't get enough of this game. I am about 70% into. I got to get a couple more trophies, so I have about 70% of the trophies. So I'm probably going to go for the platinum. And by the way, I am not a trophy hunter. I'm not about the Chivos. That's just not my thing. I don't care for it. I don't have the time. I play games, beat them, I'm done. I don't really, I don't get I don't really platinum game. It's just not my thing. I think the last platinum I got was Bloodborne, and that's because I really love that game. Really loved it. Like I'll do it if it's like if it's something I really really. And so I think like really really like. I think Ghost of Tsushima might be that game that I get the next platinum that I get a platinum for. So. But I love it though. I mean, it's really, 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 really good. And the attention and love and detail that you see is just like it's just like great. Like it's just awesome. Like I just the character animation, the dialogue, it's just a great game. I mean, look, I keep telling you, like Sony's first party is just on another level. Like you want those like big, like it's like think about like when you think of like quality, you think about like just attention to details, great stories. My mind automatically goes to Sony first party, and that's not a knock against other studios, by the way. That's not what I mean. It's just that like you want the best AAA big blockbuster experiences. You got to go to PlayStation for that, and Ghost of Tsushima kind of is Ghost of Tsushima is an example of that. Just a great game. I can't wait for a sequel or more DLC. Sucker Punch. I know you guys listen to BRAP, but I welcome more DLC content for Ghost of Tsushima. Like it's just so good, so good. All right, guys. I don't know if you guys are seeing this. There's a picture going around of an Xbox Series X that exploded and almost killed someone's cat, burning down part of his house. Now, I don't know. Like I see the picture of it, looks melted and stuff. I don't know about the cat piece. You never know about social media. Like people can say things, right? But there's a picture of it exploded Xbox. You think what's going to happen? You're going to see people run around with that. Oh, the Xbox exploded. It means that's going to be an unfortunate narrative that goes around. By the way, I'm giving a big shout to the real Innate. That guy just put out a picture of his gaming setup, his room. Holy shit. Awesome. Big shout out to Innate. Seriously, got the best setup I've seen. All right. Anybody play the the Call of Duty, what was it, Vanguard Alpha, I think this weekend? I think it ends today. I haven't played it. But anyway, in the live chat, if you have, be interested in knowing your thoughts. Again, I haven't played it. Not interested. I shouldn't say. I just haven't had time. I've been dealing with the pool. So yeah, it's got the alpha actually has two new modes called Champion Hill. And what was the other one? So Champion of the Hill is kind of, my understanding, it's more like I don't know. I think it's 3. Is it 3-on-3 gameplay? I don't remember now. I remember them talking about it or hearing about it. Anyhow, so yeah, there's that, and I forget what the other I don't know, the other play mode is. But yeah, but I haven't, like I said, I haven't played the alpha, but I'm curious, anyone in the live chat, if you guys have tried it out, let me know your thoughts. Oh my god. All right, so okay. So I already got to mute someone. All right, I got to put someone in timeout. Trying to put him in timeout. There we go. All right. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I haven't played it, but because I just didn't have the chance to. All right. So I don't know if you guys heard about this, but apparently according to Norman Reedus, who you may remember Death Stranding, he's also a good friend of Hideo Kojima. So according to Norman Reedus, in a recent interview, he was speaking to journalists at a roundtable for The Walking Dead season 11. He says, "I think we're doing a second Death Stranding." He said, and he also knew that PlayStation, before noting Kojima and PlayStation are negotiations over the sequel. So that begs the question: Is Is there a Death Stranding 2 coming? Maybe. I mean, we know that Microsoft and Kojima are um, um, in talks for an Xbox exclusive. And then there's some other people that are saying that Kojima is going to be reviving PT, make a Silent Hill games with Kojima and PlayStation. So there's that. We also hear about the Metal Gear Solid franchise, that remake for that game. But Death Stranding 2 would be interesting, I think. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know about Death Stranding 2. I don't know how I feel about that. I guess I guess for me it's like, see, I did like Death Stranding. All right. So it was very Kojima. I know my man Slomo Backsteps always says never go full on Kojima because of the doo-doo bombs and the pee-pee bombs. I mean, you literally actually like had grenades that were made of your feces and stuff that could kill like the BTs or whatever, or when they turn into the big monsters, the big BT monsters look like lions and stuff or something. I don't remember. Anyhow, yeah. So there was that. Now there's also some elements of world building in there where people that community, if you will build roads and stuff and leave you signs to keep going, keeping on. And I gotta say, by the way, Death Stranding looks really good on PC, like really good. I mean, it looks really good on PlayStation, but it looks really even better on PC because PC is the best place to play video games. So TRS a lot just says Death Stranding 2, they need to show larger groups of survivors and not a couple of celebrity cameos. Yeah, you know what? I don't I do mind the celebrity cameos, but yeah, I would like to see a little more people. But again, I think the interesting thing about Death Stranding is everyone was kind of like quarantined, if you will, lockdown, kind of living underground, if you will, or in bunkers of some sorts. But yeah, I think I'd like to see some more people per se. That'd be interesting, fleshing it out a little bit, kind of see what society is transformed into. Um, but with the ending of Death Stranding, I just wonder what they would do with Death Stranding too. I don't know. I don't know. Also, the article I read brought up the question of whether or not Norman Reedus is maybe referring to the director's cut, which is not a sequel, but a director's cut. So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting. I don't know if everyone like I don't know if I don't know. When I played Death Stranding and I beat it, I felt like, you know what, I'm okay with that game not being a sequel. I felt like that game did what it did what it needed to do, told a unique story, had a unique ending, and the I felt like like the ending kind of closed the book on the story. Like, and that was it. And I'm okay with that. Like, I don't think like every game needs to have a sequel per se. I think that in this particular case, the story, I really enjoy the story, the characters, um, you know, excuse me. I look, it was a fun game. I know people like were making fun of it calling it a walking simulator, but there was just something about that walking simulator, that sense of like, for me, it was that sense of like, oh my God, I got to get this package. I know this sounds weird. But I got to get this package delivered. I got to get to this other side. It's this great sense of urgency, right? To connect people, to give them things they needed. Um, and then also figure out what's going on here, right? What's going on with my BB? What's going on with my BB's flashbacks? Um, there was just underlying story there as you're walking that for me, even as I'm delivering packages and going across different terrain and trying to build houses, to store stuff or containers, roads, um, there was just something there that just kept me going. Like, I need to figure out why this is happening and how to rectify the issues that are going on here in this world. And so, yeah, I really enjoyed it. But again, I just don't think that it's. I don't know. Like I don't think that it's something that needs to be that needs a sequel. What do I know though? Kojima may have, when he made this game, may have may have already been in process of excuse me. Sorry, I had a yawn. Haven't had coffee today. Yeah, maybe that was something he was he had something already there in play. So I got to say though, I really enjoyed the voice acting of Tommy Earl Jenkins, who played Die Hard Man in Death Stranding. I thought he did a great job, and he's actually done a couple other games, Guild Wars 2, Pillars of Eternity 2. He's been in Fallout 76. He's done a couple characters in Fallout 76, but yeah, I thought he was great. I really thought his performance at the end there, where he kind of like is like visually upset, shook, and crying. I thought that was great. Like it just, just great. I thought it was great. And he's actually had he's actually done some theater work for those that care. He's actually part of the Cats ensemble. I think in London and Hamburg. And he's done some other things, but I think it was in Aladdin, the theatric version of Aladdin. But yeah, again, really loved his his voice acting. He actually played O.J. Simpson, believe it or not, in a TV show about the O.J. Simpson stuff. So anyhow, so we'll see. It's going to be interesting how that works out, or if that's something that's going to happen. So I want to talk about Xbox Gamescom. We talked about this on BRAP. The only reason I want to talk about it again is because it was boring. Just wasn't it? And so it kind of ties into something. Look, I think one of my criticisms of Sony is that they've been really quiet, right? Like we really haven't had a big event in quite some time. They've been doing the state of plays, which are fun, like little 30-minute morsels of information. Oh, by the way, guys, not to get off topic here. Hurricane Ida is about to hit the Gulf Coast. Let's pray for everyone. Everyone, please be safe. If you're Louisiana, be safe, please. God, I just keep thinking of Katrina in 2005. And I'll never forget Katrina and some of the to see the flooding and the damage and the amount, the impact, the loss of life, and people being displaced. I mean, wow! I'll never forget that. Never forget that. I'll never forget seeing the mayor of New Orleans at the time, like pleading for help, in tears. So, I hope this isn't. It's a category 4. Katrina was a category 3, I think. Just hope that this thing maybe slows down, weakens. I just really hope everyone's safe. It's just it's been a fucked up year. I mean, we're in the midst of a pandemic. You see things going on in Afghanistan, and anyhow, thank goodness for video games, though, right? Nice distraction. What's up, T-Rock? T-Rock, man, we got to get back, dude. We got to talk, man. I got to get back together. T-Rock, we got to reconnect, man, because I need to finish. I need to finish Dark Souls 3. Yeah, so we got to chat, man. And then I think I know T-Rock. I think you and Erica, you guys were doing Ghost of Tsushima. You guys were doing the what is it? The I forget the Ghost Legends or something. I always forget. I have to go back. Hold on a sec here. This is driving me crazy. I actually have Ghost of Tsushima on right now. Let's see here. I think it's Legends mode. All right, T-Rock, are you saying say when for Dark Souls 3 or are you saying say when for Ghost of Tsushima Legends? Let me know, dude. Let me know. I might be down for some Legends today, dude. You know? Samurai. Oh, T-Rock, I haven't done the raid yet for Ghost of Tsushima. Dude, let's do the raid, man. We got to reconnect. By the way, we have like 82 people watching. Hit the like button. And by the way, we're almost close to like 3,000 subs. So if you're new to the show, hit that, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Really appreciate the support. Believe it or not, guys, I've been doing the show for 6 years. When we started the show, it was like just wanted to talk video games, and that's pretty much it. Talk video games. Yes, I know I need to play B Money. B Money's ducking me though. He's ducking me. All right, all right. T-Rock saying I was streaming Genichiro fight last night. Oh, dude, T-Rock, we gotta let me know how you think about Sekiro. By the way, if you have not played Sekiro, you need to play it. A phenomenal game. Phenomenal. If you haven't played Bloodborne, you need to play Bloodborne. Phenomenal. But yeah, I definitely want to get some Ghost of Tsushima Legends in. God, that game's so good. Sucker Punch. I tell you what, everyone like, and rightfully so, everyone's like, oh, Naughty Dog's great. And they are. Naughty Dogs, the Naughty Gods are great. But I gotta be honest with you, Sucker Punch and Insomniac, woo! Great developers. I think Insomniac is Sony's most talented first-party studio. Let me know what you all think of the live chat. But I think that Insomniac, and we look back at the purchase of Insomniac, right? $250 million to acquire them. Chump change. And I mean that in a good way. Like, talk about an amazing acquisition at a relatively great price. And look at the range of that studio. They've done Song of the Sea, I think it was called. They did like an indie game. They know about Sunset Overdrive, which is really disappointing that it wasn't supported on Xbox. By the way, I'm going to say this for all the people out there talking about how great Game Pass is, talking about how great Microsoft Studios is. I need to see more of you on my friends list playing Psychonauts 2, right? Because that game is in consideration for Game of the Year. When's the last time a Microsoft first-party studio had a Game of the Year contender? I'll wait. I will wait. Thank you. I'll wait. So please, seriously, I mean, no bullshit. Go out there. So, like, you guys talk about how great Game Pass is, and and I like Game Pass. I think it's a cool service. My kids love it. I have it for Xbox first party games. Play this game. But yeah, I mean, Insomniac. I think Insomniac Spider-Man, Ratchet & Clank. the range of the games that they put out, wow, just great. I can't say enough about them, and so I think in my opinion, they're Sony's best studio. Yeah, Ice Queen Gaming says Insomniac games are great with how many games out since Sony got them. Yeah. So now I forgot I was talking about something else, and I knew we are talking about Death Stranding 2 and the Gamescom show, Xbox. So yeah, I saw some people saying Xbox crushes Gamescom. Yeah, I don't think so. I didn't think they crushed it. And so like I said earlier, like one of my criticisms of Sony is being awfully quiet. We haven't seen like a yeah, T Rock. Yeah, I got to get to level 100, man. That's the thing. And I'm sure we could probably get 4 players, man. Could probably get like, sure. I'm assuming Erica would probably want to help out. Maybe, maybe not. So, by the way, everyone, retweet the link. I'll drop it right now. Yeah, Elden Ring is gonna be amazing. Retweet the link, please, everyone. Let's get BRAP to 3,000 subscribers. So close, so close, so close. So yeah, like I'd like to see a big show from Sony, but they've been doing the state of the plays. But I think here's what I think about the Xbox show. I thought it was 90 minutes too long. And I also think that as much as I've been maybe unhappy with Sony about not having like a big show or more things to show or quiet per se, I think Sony's onto something after watching Gamescom. I think Sony, hey, if you don't have anything really big to show, why even have a show at all? Like, that show was boring with a capital B. Boring B, capital B. No, I thought, I thought Paris and the young lady who was there, I think they did a great job hosting, but I just didn't, the content was boring. They didn't need to have like a inside Xbox type approach to this. They could have been like a 30-minute type thing where they showed games. Like they showed the gunk off, but they didn't even announce the release date. I think that came at a press release. I think that game's coming out in December. And some of the live chat said they need to get rid of the style of talking to developers. Like I think I don't mind the development talk, but I think there's a time and place for that. Like they could have actually shown the gameplay of a game and had like the developer talking. I think they did that with like Forza, or they could have shown a game and say, hey, you know what, YouTube or not YouTube? Hey, you know what? If you're interested, we have a deep dive with the developer of this particular game. Here's the link. Flash the link up on the screen and say, go to our Xbox YouTube channel or whatever the case is for more information. That's what I thought. That's what I think they should have done. Like the thing with Age of Empires, like I'm like, this wasn't interesting. Like I don't want to. What's that thing? The catapult? It's not. That's not what it's called. I forget the name of it. They're showing like how to build one. I'm like, why? I don't care about that. Someone else does. It's great, but like me, why show gameplay along with that. Show the actual gameplay of that device being in use for Age of Empires 4. By the way, I used to be a big Age of Empires fan. I used to spend hours playing that game. But no longer play it. I just moved on. I was actually big into SimCity too, believe it or not. Someone live chat saying Z Zaire. Okay. We haven't had Zaire on BRAP in a long time. I have to get him back on. Yeah, they were having a conversation. Psychonauts 2 look better than Ratchet and Clank. I have only seen. I downloaded Psychonauts 2. Didn't get a chance to. I was going to play it last night. Just didn't get. I was dead tired last night, so I just went to bed early. Got my 11 hours of sleep in. Because I was up to like 2 a.m. Friday. Excuse me, watching movies, playing some video games. Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I haven't played Psychonauts 2. I wouldn't even jump into that debate. Different art styles too. I think. If I was a betting man, if you had to ask me, perhaps which one do you think is a better looking game? From what I've seen, I would say Ratchet and Clank, but I need to play Psychonauts before, giving the BRAP stamp of approval on that per se. So yeah, I just think that Microsoft maybe, I think it's great they want to engage gamers and keep them up to date. But my thing would be just keep it short and sweet to the point. I love when people say subjective. That's subjective. Yeah, no, I get that, subjective, but you could probably build a consensus around that. And if there's a general consensus, that means something. Putting the subjectiveness aside. Oh, wait a minute, my man Forte's calling me right now. Hold on. Forte, you're live on BRAP Rant. Yeah, I'm actually, you're live. Like, I'm live right now, so people can hear us talking on the phone. Well, they can't hear you. But man, I'm solo all by myself. All by myself. Okay, so he doesn't want it. BRAP wants it. All right, real quick, guys. Forte is calling me because he's got my man OBM at PS5. So I'm going to call OBM right now, Forte, while I'm doing this BRAP Rant to let him know. Yeah, okay. I'll do that, man. All right, thanks, Forte. See you, man. Sorry, so guys, that was a first in a BRAP Rant. Gaming Forte called me on my phone to let me know that he's got a PlayStation 5 so if you guys know this, but Forte is a manager at a GameStop. And by the way, I am now buying all my stuff from Forte's store because Forte's great. I mean, he helped me get my son an Xbox Series S, and he's keeping an eye on me for a second PlayStation 5. But I'm going to call OBM right now. Hold on a sec here, guys and gals. I'm going to call OBM up because OBM, One Bad Mother, who I've known for 20 years, he is met him on Xbox Live. He's in. Somebody traded a PlayStation 5. I'll get to that in a minute. Hold on a sec here. Calling OBM right now. Big up.
8, 6.
All right, OBM's not picking up. Oh, come on, OBM. All right, I'm texting OBM. All right, guys. All right, so here's what happened. So my man Gaming Forte. Oh, hold on a sec here. All right, so my man Gaming Forte calls me. So Forte, as I mentioned, works at a GameStop. He's a manager at a GameStop, and so OBM's been looking for a PlayStation 5 for quite some time. Somebody just traded in a PlayStation 5. I don't know why they would do this. Trading in a PlayStation 5. Now, I don't know if they traded in for something else or what the case is, but anyhow, Forte has it. So Forte called me and is like trying to get a hold of OBM. I'm going to try to call OBM again. Sorry about this, everyone. I just this is a BRAP. This is a BRAP first. We're calling people on their phone. See if I can get a hold of them again. Let's try this one more time. All right.
eight, six.
All right. So I'll tell you what, if OBM doesn't pick up the phone, if he's not interested in this PS5, BRAP is going to get this PS5 from Gaming Forte. Yeah, 47. Gaming Forte said it's actually like brand new. All right, let's call Forte real quick. Call my man Forte. Forte. All right, so I called OBM. He's not picking up. I sent him a text message. Are you holding it for him? Yeah, I know. Oh, all right. Okay. All right. All right. Hey, if he doesn't want it, let me know, man. I'll take it off your hands. Hey, you. Well, I know somebody will, but I'm saying if he doesn't want it, let me know because I'll take it off your hands. Yeah, no doubt. Okay, Forte. I'll talk to you later, man. Thank you. All right, man. See you. Forte. Forte. Okay, so like this thing is going to hit. All right. So here's the thing. If you're looking for a PS5, you can actually go to the GameStop when they get trade-ins. Forte saying that it will go live on their website within an hour from the time he's put the trade-in in. That they have it. So I told Forte if OBM doesn't want it, I will gladly take a second PlayStation 5, sir. I will take a PlayStation 5 in a heartbeat. I put that Joker in my room. My wife would not be happy, but you know what? Hey. All right. So yeah, so that was my long story short, the whole Xbox Gamescom thing. I think it should be like short, sweet to the point, maybe 30 minutes, kind of like a Nintendo Direct or a Sony State of Play. I do hope though that Sony has something to show us soon because I want to hear what they have in the pipeline. I mean, obviously we know about Forza Horizon February 2022, not Forza Horizon, I'm sorry, Horizon Forbidden West 2022, but I want to see what else is going on. Oh, by the way, though, it's interesting. We talked about this on Crossfire. Apparently, a lot of the feedback on Deathloop, which is a PlayStation 5 exclusive coming out this fall, the Deathloop is apparently some of the previews, some of the people who have been playing it have had a lot of great things to say about this game. I heard Game of the Year contender too, so that's awesome. I'm a big Arcane Studios fan. Love Dishonored. If you haven't played Dishonored 1 or 2, please check them out. Shout out to Corvo. Yeah, definitely check out the Dishonored series. Great series. Love it. All right, so this has been making the news waves, if you will. Austin Evans did a video on. There's a PlayStation for new place. There's a revised PlayStation 5 model now. And give me a sec here. Oh, I just had this. All right, hold on a sec here. Let's see. Crazy PlayStation 5s are going for like $1,000. All right. Let's see here. Where the hell? Hold on, guys. All right. So, okay, here we go. Sorry about that. All right. So, Austin Evans, new video out. He's a tech YouTuber for those of you not familiar. And he managed to obtain the revised PlayStation 5 model that went on sale in Japan and Australia this month. And so he took it apart. In taking it apart, he discovered that the new console had an updated fan design, small changes to its Wi-Fi antennas, and what he found was that the console weighs 300 grams less than the original model, and this is a result of a smaller heatsink. Now, if you guys don't know what the heatsink does, the heatsink is basically a part, or it's a part that's designed to transfer heat away from the CPUs, GPUs, or in this case APU, I guess, chipsets that really just helps them run more efficiently and safely without you know overheating your hardware. So it appears per this video. Now, so here's the thing. So the heatsink is, as I mentioned, the heatsink is smaller than the original launch design of the PlayStation 5. And this could be a result of, cost savings. I know that Sony is looking to save cost. I think they recently discussed that more recently. And I think the PlayStation 5 is actually now selling. It's not profitable. It is not selling at a loss now. I think the current, well, no, I'm sorry. The digital model of the PlayStation 5 is selling at a profit now for the first time. So Sony's probably, obviously Sony's excited about that because consoles don't typically, sell unless you're Nintendo, which their consoles always make profits. So basically, what Sony's done is they've, created a smaller heatsink with this newer version. And this could be a result of maybe Sony's engineering team going back to the table and kind of figuring out, okay, maybe they could put a heatsink in that works just as well, that's smaller and could save costs, maybe, right? Now it also appears that the heatsink in the PlayStation 5 that, according to this teardown by Austin Evans, that they've actually removed the copper for this model's heatsink. Now, interestingly enough, during this pandemic that we're in right now, the price of copper has increased significantly, and it's actually another reason it's that has actually contributed to a scarcity of components needed to manufacture a variety of different devices. Now we know about the chip shortages and stuff like that as a result of pandemic related things, things of that nature. So now it doesn't. Okay, so here's the thing. So long story short, here's what Austin Evans says in this video. He says, I guess what's happened is Sony, now that they've got almost a year of PS4 data and they spent more time testing, have determined that while, yes, this is going to run a little bit hotter, that's probably fine. It won't negatively impact things that much. He did go on to, Austin Evans he went on to criticize the decision to reduce PlayStation 5's heatsink by saying, I don't think there's an argument that this is a worse console, at least for thermals and the cooling. Maybe they changed some Wi-Fi stuff. Maybe as we dig deeper into this, we'll find more quirks and features. But as far as I'm concerned, I'd rather have the launch PlayStation 5 version. Now, I think that, so part of the other thing too is that through this 13-minute teardown, a couple observations are made. Now, power draw is practically identical. Austin claims that the model is marginally quieter than the original. He also says that. He also says it's probably not going to be something you noticed. And he uses a temperature reader, and he spots that the PS5's exhaust is outputting roughly 3 degrees Celsius more heat than its predecessor. So that is the heat thing that people are talking about right now. Now, look, I am not a hardware engineer. I'm not going to sit there and say that this is now again. And actually, I should say this: Austin Evans on his YouTube channel, is saying this, and he's also at the end saying disclaimer, in my opinion. So, look, a couple things. I think there's a couple ways to look at this. This may be much ado about nothing. I have had people tell me that this is still kind of within the specifications in terms of heat dissipation, and that it's kind of like FUD. And that probably could be the case here. I think it probably is. Again, I'm not a hardware engineer, so I'm not going to sit there and tell you that this is in fact worse than the PlayStation 5. I think here's the thing. I think it's what is worse to me? Like, how do you quantify that? Like, what does it mean in terms of performance? I think what's going to end up happening with this video, unfortunately, is that people are going to take this video and just run with it and say the PlayStation 5 is overheating. It's it's a worse design. Sony misengineered this thing, et cetera, et cetera. You're actually starting to see that right now. So, but also remember that this is that the heat, that the 3 degrees Celsius is within range in terms of like how hot something can run, right? Now, is it going to have, is it going to cause issues for the PlayStation 5 console? Yeah, I mean, I could see why people would draw that conclusion, but I think the biggest thing is we don't know. At least I don't know. And I'm not going to claim to know because one, I haven't tested this. Two, I'm not a hardware engineer. Three, maybe this thing does work out okay. I mean, Sony does product test these things, right? And that's not to say that there won't be any issues, but they do product test these things. So there's something to be said for that. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing plays out. Now, one thing I will say, the PS5 has been confirmed to feature a new screw to attach to the console to its stand, which now can be adjusted by hand instead of requiring screwdrivers. So that's why the people that don't know how to use screwdrivers don't have to worry about that. But again, I'm not going to sit there and say that this is going to be that, the exhaust. He's also testing exhaust, so there's something to be said for that too. And it's 3 degrees hotter. Now I've seen some people suggest that, okay, that's because it's actually taking out more heat, therefore it's doing what it's supposed to do. Again, I'm not a hardware engineer, so I'm not going to, comment on how accurate that is. But I think it's important to note that, he is only measuring the exhaust and not the internal. It's the internals itself. And there's probably something to be said for that, right? Now, with consoles, and I do know this, the console's cooling solution typically is designed to really kind of extract as much heat as possible. I think that's why Microsoft kind of went with that smokestack, as I call it, approach with the Series X, right? Okay, hold on. Forte's calling me. Hold on. Forte. Oh, he did call you. Okay, perfect. All right, so he's good? Dude, I called him twice, sent him a text message. That's all. Hey, when he comes in, hug him and just say, welcome to greatness. All right, you too, Forte. Thanks, man. See you, bro. All right, so that was Gibby Forte. OBM, One Bad Mother, is the proud owner of a PlayStation 5. He's going to go pick it up today. Yeah, so anyhow, so yeah, it's going to be interesting. I mean, again, I think there's something to be said that, obviously, I think what Austin Evans is presenting here, you could probably say it's a hypothesis per se. That change in temperature could be down to the fact the device is simply running hotter overall. Although, I think honestly, we'll just have to wait to this further testing. To be frank, I mean, I think that's what's going to determine whether or not this thing is running hotter. Again, I've had some people tell me that are probably more than no, that in fact this is within range and probably just FUD anyway. So that's it. That's all I got to say about that topic. So, I honestly, like, for me, like, look, if you're in the market for PlayStation 5, you're concerned about this, yeah, then maybe wait, right? Like, if you feel like, hey, you know what, I am, I don't like, that this thing is running 3 degrees Celsius more. I don't, doesn't make me feel comfortable. Then maybe wait till like more testing's done out there before you make a decision. Or if you can't wait, you're still concerned, grab the warranty, people. Grab the extended warranty. That's what they're there for. I do it for all my consoles, all of them, all of them. So, but yeah, again, that's just something that's going on. It's good. This story's going out right now, and I just hope that somebody with more I think somebody who is Fonz really says shaking my head. Come on, Brad. What? Wait, to buy the warranty. What's wrong with the warranty? Get the warranty. I would want to, hopefully that I think people hopefully there's people out there that are knowledgeable of these situations in terms of hardware. Hopefully some people kind of provide some more context to this, because again, I mean, and he's, and also in the video too, I mean, Austin's saying it in his opinion, he thinks that this is running. And actually, let me pull up what he comments here, because I think this is important too. Let's go back to Mr. Austin Evans. All right, he says, could people, a couple people mentioning higher exhaust temps could mean the cooler is doing a better job dissipating heat. The thing is, Sony removed a sizable amount of heat sink on this model with fewer fans and smaller heat pipes. It simply isn't as efficient as moving at moving the heat out of the console. Think about it as if it were a PC. If I remove a large CPU heatsink in favor of a smaller one, exhaust coming off my system would be hotter. Then the overall system temps are higher since the weaker cooler can't cope. That's exactly what's going on here, in my opinion. So he's not stating this as fact too. He's saying in his opinion. So again, I'd like to see some more people, knowledgeable people, people come out and kind of provide a little more context to this, because I think people are going to run with this. Again, from what I've heard from some people who have a little more knowledge in this area, they're saying it's still within the still well within the spec, and that this is kind of that could be FUD, but we'll see. Again, I hope more people start coming out and talking about this, and talking about Fonzarella says, will this make scalpers sell the original model for even more? They will. I mean, they probably will. So yeah, we're gonna see. We'll learn more, I think, as the weeks go on. But yeah, you know what? I keep thinking about what you said, Fonz. And unfortunately, Fonz, as much as I joke, man, you're gonna see scalper say, "You want the model that doesn't overheat? I got it. It's gonna cost you $300 extra." Yeah, but like I said, we are going to, hopefully we get a little more context to this. As I mentioned before, I know I sound like I'm repeating myself, but I've heard from some people who are have a little more knowledge of this, that it's still within that it's still well within spec. So we'll see. I've also reached out to my man Red Gaming Tech, who I've on here on the show before. I'm gonna try to reach out to the folks at Digital Foundry, and try to reach out to somebody I know who is more on the hardware side of things also, and kind of get their thoughts on this. But again, hopefully we get more context. I think it's something worth keeping an eye on. If you're thinking about buying a PlayStation 5 and you get one of these models, yeah, if you're concerned, maybe hold off, right? And if FOMO's kicking in, just get the warranty. Just get the warranty. What's up, Slomo? Someone says that wasn't his opinion. They did testing, definitely ran out. Yeah, they tested the exhaust, but he was saying that he thinks, in his opinion, that he said if you remove a large CPU heatsink in favor of a smaller one, the exhaust coming off my system would be hotter as the overall system temps are higher since the weaker cooler can't cope. That's exactly what's going on here, in my opinion. That's what he said. So I'm just quoting what he said here. But no, you're right there, Slim. I mean, like the heat is the heat, exhaust heat that's coming out is 3 degrees Celsius warmer. They only measure the exhaust heat that's coming out and not the internal heat. Someone just asked me, what do I think about Flight Digital Foundry being asked not to compare Flight Simulator? I think that's with the that has to do with, I guess, them test. Was it Series X versus PC? I think. I mean, I don't know. I think, I guess, like just on the surface, like that's odd. Why would you ask Digital Foundry not to do that? Like, why? You know, yeah, Slow-Mo Gamer Nexus is definitely going to probably dive into this. Fonzarelli says, a big shout to Jay Fonzarelli brings up a great point here. It's a smaller heat sink plus no copper equals hotter PS5 for sure, but that doesn't mean overheating issues. Yeah, that's a good point there. It's a great point, Fonz. Neil says, I'll wait to see what someone who actually is capable of testing internal says. I trust Gamers Nexus over Austin Evans today. Yeah, actually, I do like Gaming. I can't pronounce the name. Gamer Nexus. Thank you. Gamer Nexus. I like Gamer Nexus. Love his hair. All right. So anyhow, this is going to be interesting. Everyone play nicely in the live chat. This corporate slave stuff. Come on. Fonz is definitely not one of them. I could say that. I'll tell you that. Slobo, real quick question. Are you still playing Aliens, man? And if you are, man, are you gonna be playing it today? I'm thinking about picking that game up. Let me tell you, I'm so happy for my man OBM's getting a PlayStation 5. Big shout out to the homie Gaming Forte for calling me and letting me know, bro, I got a PlayStation 5. Call OBM. I love that, man. I love it. Just great looking out. Just, gamers looking out for gamers. Love it. Hopefully OBM enjoys his PlayStation 5 as much as I have. If he doesn't want it, yes, I will take it. I will buy it from him. All right. So that's all I got. That's all I got for the BRAP rant. If you didn't catch the show earlier, I'm still having issues with my pool. There's algae everywhere. It sucks. Tired of it. Oh, Fonz, you know what? Just ban that guy, Fonz. I mean, seriously, seriously, what kind of loser are you to make an account all Xbox or corporate slaves? Like, seriously, like that, you're a fucking loser. Seriously, you really are. That's so dumb. Jesus Jones, go out, take a walk. All right, so that's all I have today for this rant. Unless anyone has questions they want to ask BRAP before I go. Yeah, thank you, Slow-Mo. Yeah, I mean, right, Fonz? It's gaming. Like, what? Like, who the fuck? Like, why would you make an account like that? Like, seriously? Like, you're a fucking loser. Loser. I mean, bro, there is something wrong with you. Seriously. I don't like fanboys. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the rant. I got to go check on my pool. Slow-mo, shoot me a DMN if you hop on the aliens thing, because I definitely want to play it. It sounded like you guys had some fun playing it the other day. Yeah, absolutely, Fonts. Fonts, you're right, man. They are really great PlayStation and Xbox fans of the community. That is absolutely true. Unfortunately, we have some really bad ones. Yeah. Anyhow, everyone, please stay safe again. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And enjoy some time playing video games. A lot of great content out right now. The new Aliens, I forget what it's called, the Aliens game that Slow-mo's playing. By the way, you need to, if you are ever on the fence about a first-person shooter, you got to hit up my man Slow-mo Backslap. The guy has exquisite taste when it comes to FPSs. He will not lead you down the path of misfortune. But yeah, definitely hit up Slow-mo on the Twitters, Slow-mo Backslap. If you have any questions about anything looter shooter related, first-person shooters, seriously, the guy's like the expert when it comes to FPSs. Yeah, but seriously, great content out right now. There's Psychonauts 2, there's Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island, there's a bunch of other stuff that I'm not remembering right now, but there's a lot of stuff, so go play it. Big shout out to everyone in the live chat. Thank you all for coming by, hanging out with me this afternoon. Really appreciated your time. And please hit that like button if you haven't done so already. Subscribe. Get us we're almost at 3,000. Get us to 3,000 subs. And hit the bell notification so you learn when we go live. So on that note, we are out. Big shout out to my man Gaming Forte again, who called me live on the BRAP rant to tell me, BRAP, call OBM. I just got a PlayStation 5 in. Someone traded it in. And now my man OBM is on his way to get a PlayStation 5. OBM, welcome to greatness, sir. Welcome to greatness. Yes, BRAP 3K. I like that, Nathan. BRAP 3K. Let's get BRAP to 3K. Let's do it. Please check out my fellow BRAP panels members on YouTube, B-Money 101, Eric Jackson, Gaming Forte, Slow-mo Backslap. Also check out Slow-mo Backslap and Gaming Forte's YouTube channels and DPS Podcasts, which goes live every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Slow-mo's actually playing Splitgate right now. Slow-mo, I need to play Splitgate because I love the nod to Halo, old school Halo in that game. So I definitely need to check that out. So on that note, everyone, I am out. Enjoy your Sunday. Play video games. We'll see you on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern time. Peace.